Joining us now to break down this situation is Osama Alani, the president of the student group at the center of that dangerous situation. So Osama, thank you very much for joining us. We just showed a clip of that situation that took place at Arizona State University. You were there. Can you kind of explain what exactly happened and what the school has done in response?
Yeah, so what you can see in the video is us tabling as usual, and this individual out of nowhere approaching us and started to scream the things that he screamed on video. What was not caught on camera is him saying, slash Trump's throat and hang him in Times Square. That was right before what you caught on video. And we had absolutely no interaction with him. We have never seen him before or met him before.
And, you know, it's kind of bizarre, too, because, I mean, you said in the pre-interview that you're a Muslim American, you're a Trump supporter, so you don't really necessarily fit the media's type of definition of what would amount to a Trump supporter. You know, they try to smear it as kind of saying it's all, you know, old white Republicans, things of that sort. Can you kind of speak a little bit about your experience and why you really came to support President Trump?
Yeah, absolutely. So me having to live in the Middle East has left a lot of impact on me. I've seen what corruption is like. I've seen what tyrannical governments are like. So when I see that the United States may be heading in that direction, and the only person who can get us out of it at least is Donald Trump, I'm definitely supporting him. And I'll be supporting him until the 2020 election.
And, you know, so we saw the video that you were involved in, that individual straight up threatening students. Can you speak a little bit what it's like to be a conservative on college campuses? Because we talk about other students as well, and they always kind of share the same type of experience, saying that those type of things aren't followed up on. But if it were to happen to, for example, a liberal group or a young college Democrats group, that would be taken action almost immediately by the school. Is that kind of something that you've seen as well?
Yes, absolutely. So conservative groups, although are allowed to be on campus because it's our First Amendment, they are not as accepted and they're not as welcomed. And so we are more likely to be attacked on campus. We're more likely to be yelled at, and it's just overall harder for us to exist and talk about our ideas. While it's super easy for any leftist group to just be there and talk to everybody, and even the school would make it easier for them. Unfortunately, that's how it is nowadays on college campuses.
And when it comes to your organization, too, I mean, what type of stuff is it that you're promoting on campus? I mean, we know that it is a conservative organization, but you also told us that there's some things that are a little bit more dear to your heart, issues that you think are more important. Can you speak about that a little bit?
Yeah, so our organization is Students for Trump, which is it's a chapter on ASU of the National Students for Trump, and it's a project of Turning Point Action. We have over 300 chapters across the nation. I consider myself a one-issue voter, and that would be the Second Amendment, because it's super important to me that we are allowed to take responsibility of our own safety, and especially on campus, not being able to carry on campus, we are more prone to be defenseless when we need to protect ourselves the most. And if we do need the police, they're probably going to be 5, 10 minutes away. So if something, God forbid, something bad was to happen, we would be all, dead until the police arrive.
And you talk about your past experience, too, and how that's kind of shaped the views that you do hold today. And I think that kind of makes sense. You were talking about that you fear tyrannical governments, and that is quite literally the reason for the Second Amendment, or at least that's the justification that a lot of the supporters would say, is to prevent that type of behavior from once again arising. So I do want to kind of bring this back into what happened at ASU, and really what happened regarding that dangerous situation. We saw the individual there threatening not only you, but just kind of Trump supporters in general. What would you like the school to do in response? Do you think that they just need to be more accepting of your movement? Do you think that they should take action? What are you calling for?
I think it's very necessary to allow students to carry on campus. That's one thing that will make our campuses a whole lot safer. Other than that, we just need to start accepting all ideas, liberal and conservative, because after all, we all love America and that we all want what's best for it. We just have different approaches on how we can go about doing it.
I don't think you can say it any better than that. Osama Alani, I'm glad to hear that you're okay after that situation, and thank you very much for joining us tonight.